Now, the media darling, the guy that got connected at the hip with the Koch brothers is Scott Walker. Walker thought that he could launch himself onto the national scene by being connected to the Koch brothers. And you know what? He was correct. But once he's gotten to the national scene, people have figured out what a piece of garbage this guy is. Break up the big banks? No way. Change the corporate tax structure? No way. Keystone, TPP, he's all for it, okay? Citizens United, hell, that's how we got to the national stage. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security wants to privatize it. Everything, and attacking unions, attacking workers. What would make somebody think that it's a popular position to take health care away from another American? What would bring someone to the conclusion that attacking a family's income and giving it to the wealthiest Americans would be the best thing for the middle class? The American people, and in Iowa especially, they're figuring out what a complete political phony Scott Walker is. Walker now is trying to position himself as, it's just a matter of time that we get the message out. Listen to this.
When people hear our story about how we've got a plan to wreak havoc on Washington, and when they see that unlike anybody else in this race, we've actually been tested, we're convinced in a state where caucuses are the name of the game and it's about 5 months out, we've got the time to make the grassroots connections and get that message out.
This guy has gotten more publicity than any other candidate. Seriously. If you look at what was unfolding in Wisconsin back in early 2011, no governor across the country got more publicity than Scott Walker. He's been a Fox News darling. Everybody knows where he stands on stuff, and he's gone to Iowa countless times. And for him to push out the idea that it's just a matter of time before people figure out who he is, no, people know who Walker is. And this is why he's in the toilet. John Nichols back with us, Washington correspondent of The Nation, a resident of Wisconsin. What's wrong here, John? What's happening here?
Well, what's happening for Scott Walker is that he had a unique circumstance in 2011 and 2012 when he was really coming on the national stage, and that was he ran an incredibly deceptive campaign for governor in 2010. He said he was going to focus on job creation. He's all about jobs. Did not talk about knocking down unions or attacking collective bargaining. He did a sneak attack, what he referred to as dropping the bomb. In that sneak attack, he did prevail. Right, he got his anti-union legislation, but not without a huge pushback from the people. And then he rallied not Wisconsin donors, but the wealthiest people in America to pour tens of millions of dollars into Wisconsin, to overwhelm Wisconsin with their money and with their power. And they won that period. We must accept that.
Well, they outfunded Barrett in the recall 7-1, and he ran against the recall.
Exactly. And there were strategic mistakes by all sides. Certainly by folks trying to get rid of him.
Okay, so he wins 3 elections in 4 years in Wisconsin, but he is totally failing, now polling at 2%. Why?
And here's why. This is why. He thought that he had a winning issue. He thought attacking unions, ripping into working people the way that he did was somehow really popular. He didn't understand that he got his advantage because of that money, because of that, sneak attacks and a lot of money. Now on the national stage, when he's got, there's lots of time, people can really assess him, people can listen to what he's saying. What they find is he has no answers.
Yeah,
right? His answer is always default to attacking unions. Like somehow that's going to renew the economy or make the world a better place.
He's all hat and no cattle. There's a montage of him just diverting away from questions.
Do you think that being gay is a choice?
Oh, I think that's not even an issue for me to be involved in.
You're actually not for ending birthright citizenship?
I'm not taking a position on it one way or the other.
What would you do to address the migrants who are currently fleeing into Europe?
Everybody wants to talk about hypotheticals. There is no such thing as a hypothetical.
That just doesn't fly. That's not what people are looking for. This is why they hate government. They can't get the straight talk.
That's right.
So I don't. And the question now is, can Walker recover?
Well, that little clip you played at the start where he was talking about how everything's going to work out for him in Iowa, that was actually done in one of a number of responses he had to make over the weekend to writing not in liberal media, not, liberal commentary or something like that, but conservative media talking about the wheels coming off his campaign. And so he's suddenly very busy saying, oh, yeah, I'm still viable, I can still do this. But the polls tell different, and this is a big deal. You're right about Iowa. He has fallen to, 7th, 8th, 9th place, going way down that ladder. I don't know exactly where he stands at the moment, but definitely out of the top tier, even moving out of the second tier. Same happening in New Hampshire. But here's where it gets really bad for him, Ed. South Carolina, fallen down, into the, low single digits. There was a California poll, I believe he's at 2%. This is devastating stuff because in presidential politics, what we have learned is this. And the Republican side, they run you up the flagpole and they see how you flutter in the wind. If it works, they keep you up there. If it doesn't, they haul you down. They don't put you up again. And so for Scott Walker, he's in a bad position.
He is in the political toilet, and he's not going to recover. There's no way. I mean, I think he's polling so poorly right now after all the media attention he's gotten. I don't think he even has a chance of even being on the ticket